As we honor our fallen troops on this Memorial Day, we're also focusing on a group of veterans who say they cannot get their desperately needed medical benefits. The vets say they were exposed to radiation during a top-secret Cold War mission, so secret the military still will not acknowledge it. Dave Savini of CBS News Chicago with tonight's Eye on America.
It was the mid-1980s. Mark Eli was in his 20s, a physically fit Air Force technician inspecting secretly obtained Soviet fighter jets, their engines roaring inside hidden hangars called hush houses.
When you're at that moment, everything's shaking and your hands are shaking and your eyes are shaking and your brain is shaking.
The work was part of a classified mission in the Nevada desert, 140 miles outside of Las Vegas at the Tonopah Test Range, sometimes referred to as Area 52. The mission was so under wraps, Eli had to sign this non-disclosure agreement.
Upholding the national interest was more important than my own life.
That's not just talk.
The loss of my health.
Eli, now 63 and living in Naperville, Illinois, is confronting life-threatening consequences.
It scarred my lungs. I got cyst on my liver.
From the radiation, he says, he was exposed to there.
I started having lipomas, tumors inside my body that I started having removing. My lining in my bladder was shed.
For decades, the U.S. government conducted nuclear bomb tests near Area 52. According to a federal environmental assessment from 1975, those tests scattered toxic and radioactive materials nearby.
So someone made a decision that your lives and the risk was worth it for our country.
Yes.
All these years later, his service records include many assignments, but not the mission inside Tonopah Test Range, which means he can't prove he was ever there.
Cover up?
Right. That's right. There's this slogan people say, deny, deny until you die. It's kind of true here.
And the only reason why it's becoming known now is because of all the illnesses.
It was because of all the illnesses.
Dave Crete says he also worked at the same site as a military police officer. He has breathing issues, including chronic bronchitis, and even had to have a tumor removed from his back. He spent the last 8 years tracking down hundreds of other veterans who worked where he did.
So you've seen bladder cancer, liver cancer, colon cancer, kidney cancer, tumors, lymphomas, blood diseases.
All kinds of cancers.
The federal government's 1975 environmental assessment acknowledged toxic chemicals in the area, but said stopping work ran against the national interests, and the costs are small and reasonable for the benefits received.
What does it do to you to see all these other men and women suffering?
How many people they hurt?
$25.7 billion worth of federal assistance has helped other government workers, mainly employees of the Department of Energy.
Go on down to where it gets to the 1/3.
Who were stationed in the same area and are now sick.
Look for.
But these benefits don't apply to Air Force veterans like Crete and Eli.
It makes me incredibly mad, and it hurts me too, because they're supposed to have my back. I had theirs, and I want them to have mine.
A betrayal, he says, by the very government he served. For Eye on America, I'm Dave Savini in Chicago.